What is going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV. We have the OnePlus N300 here, and I'm going to go through your first 50 tips and tricks for this. So what you want to do is find a blank spot on your home screen, press and hold, and you have this menu that pops up here. And if you want to change your wallpapers, tap on that, and you can just click on any wallpapers that you have, or look at inventive wallpapers or an album of photos that you have. Once you find that you want, just tap on it, hit, and then you have all these other ones. If you want darker, lighter, or whatever you want, tap on it. You're like, oh, I like that. Hit apply. You can apply it to your lock screen, home screen, or everything. And then it goes into the setting and you're good. Let's go back here, press and hold on a blank spot, go into icons. So if you like to change your icons that you see on your home screens and on your app drawer, you can easily do that. You can change the shape of them, and it gives you a preview up here of what it looks like. Or you can do these Art Plus icons. You can choose material icons or these pebble icons, or customize your icons if you'd like. Or you can even download some from the Google Play Store. I downloaded this viral one. You tap on it when you're good to go. You hit apply, and it sets up and it gives you all your new icons on your screen, so that maybe you like to customize your phone a little bit. Press and hold on a blank spot and go back, and now you can do widgets. If you want to add widgets, you tap on that, and then maybe you're like, you know what, I really like this digital well-being, and press and hold that. Place it where you want, and you have a widget, and you can press and hold it to move it, or click on it and get different actions. Just depends. You can hit done when you're done, and then there you go. You got a little app that sits on top of your display. Layout is going to allow you to change the layout of your screen if you want to see more or less icons, or you want the icons to be bigger. This is where you do that. So come in here and you can customize that. You also have your transitions if you want your right now. Just to show you, this is what it looks like. You can have it be a little bit more playful if you want. All that customization, and it's very easy to press and do it. The other one is by clicking more, and it brings you into the home screen and lock screen. So we'll go through this. I guess we'll just go through it now. It's fine. So you have your home screen mode. Currently, I have drawer mode. So meaning when I swipe up, I have all my apps. But if you're coming from an iPhone and you miss that feeling of having an iPhone, you can just go into drawer mode, change it to standard, hit apply, and now all of your apps will sit on the home screens. When you swipe up, you don't have that. You just have all of your apps on your home screens to make it, you know, a little bit more iPhone-like if you prefer that more, rather than having the Android way of doing things. I prefer the Android way of doing things, so that's why I like the drawer mode. I'm gonna hit apply to that and switch it back and apply that, and then come back into here and go into more. Like I mentioned earlier, you can change the home screen layout right there. You can lock your home screen layout. If you're someone that, or your parents or somebody that keeps moving their home screen icons all around, turn this on. This will lock their home screen layout, and they can't move everything around. Just lock it into place. I like using that on my parents-in-law and my parents' phones. Icon autofill, if you turn that on, what that does is it's going to put all of your apps into order. You're not going to have any spaces or anything between the apps. It kind of makes that a little bit more neat looking. But for me, I kind of like having full control of that, so I'm going to turn that off, but it is something you can have. Icon pull down gesture, open apps on the home screen with one. So it's just kind of an easy way, as you see, to open up apps with one hand. I like this on double tap to lock. Double tap a blank area on the home screen to lock it. So if I just go bam, bam, locks the screen for me. That is very, very helpful. Very, very, I like that. It's just, you know, it puts less wear and tear on your buttons as well, a little bit anyway. Swipe down on the home screen to show your notification drawer or your global search. So I like, if you wanted to see a global search, you can turn that on. I like having my app icons, but you can swipe down here and you can have your search show up if you need to at all. But otherwise, I like having my notification drawer come down, which is just this basically. Swipe down from anywhere and you still get your notification drawer. So it's a little bit, I think for me, it's a little bit more helpful, but you have that optimization. App animation speed, it's already defaulted to fast. Keep it at fast. It just means everything will kind of look fast and run fast and feel a little bit smoother potentially on there. Add apps to home screen. I like having that on when I turn my phone on, when I download a new app, I should say. Lock screen, I like having this on. Raise it. When I pick up my phone, it's going to awake the screen. When I double tap, it will turn it on and off. And that will, I'll just show you real quick what I mean by this. This is the lock screen. So I'm going to pick the phone up. It opens up my screen, wakes up my screen. If I double tap it, it wakes up my screen. If I double tap it, it shuts the screen off. Next, swipe down from the top of your screen and click the gear right here. And this is going to go into your settings. Next, you want to go into personalizations. And in here, you can go to quick settings. And you can easily change, you see these icons right here, you can change the look of them if you like another look for that. So it's a quick way, I like them as circles, but you can quickly change them that way. Colors, this is gonna be, you can see everything's kind of like purple. If you wanna change it to another color, you can, maybe like a light purple or a red or green or whatever you like. Once you're done, just hit the back button and you'll see now it's all red and my little icons here are red as well. If you want to change the font and display sizes, come in here. You have 2 fonts to choose from. You can also download more if you wish, but ultimately you can change the font size by dragging this to the left or the right, and same thing with the display size if you want to see it a little bit bigger, everything on the screen. Back on the main screen of settings, you have display and brightness next. This is where you can change light mode and dark mode. So if you like your screen dark, you can choose on that or keep it as light. You can also do an auto switch. If you turn this on, from sunrise to sunset, when the sun's out, it'll be light. When the sun goes down, it'll go dark. So it's a little bit easier on your eyes, or you can set a custom schedule. Still under display and brightness, the next one is screen color mode. I like this at vivid. It should be default to vivid. That's what I would do. And you can also change the temperatures and stuff if you want. You have your video color enhancer. Keep that on. Basically, it widens the color gamut for superb visual experience. Keep it on. I think you'll appreciate your screen a little bit more. Auto screen off, I have it at 5 minutes just for this video. You yourself should set it to 2 minutes. That's the perfect amount. Screen refresh rate, it should be default to high. If it's not, change it to high. It'll make your phone feel a lot smoother and faster. Back of the main screen of settings, go into sound and vibration. And this is where you can turn on Do Not Disturb on or off. So if you're like sick of people calling you and you just want to be kind of silent, turn that on right there. And you can set exceptions if you want, or allow messages from certain people, or allow calls from certain people, or ring for repeated calls or silence. So it's very cool to know your way around Do Not Disturb. Control your different volumes here as well, from your notifications, your ringtone notifications and alarms. Change your notification ringtone and notification sound right here. Just tap on it and choose the one that you want. Same thing with your notification sounds. Come in here and choose the one that you like. Vibrate on ring if you like that. Vibrate on silent. Haptics and tones. I like to turn the vibrations off if you want to. That's where you turn it off. But you can also turn it off for all these other different sounds, which I honestly like off. While you're under sounds and vibrations, there's a cool one here that you might want to be able to control. It is called Advanced Settings. And then you'll see volume button function. So when you press your volume buttons, you can have it control your media volume, which is what I prefer, which is like, you know, hearing the noise, the sound that comes out of the speakers. Or if you want to control your ringtone more, you can change it where you can click on that and it'll change it for you. Back under settings, go to notifications and status bar. And this is where you can change. You can have your badges. Basically, when you get a notification, you'll see you can either have a number or dot, or do not show if you don't want to ever have anything to do with that. I like to have a number. I'm going to choose that. You can go to status bar, which is up here. And if you want to show your battery, you can do vertical style or loop or do not show at all, which I don't really need to see it. But I do want to see my battery percentage, so now I can see my battery percentage a little bit easier. Notification icons. You can show, so when you get notifications up here, it will, or on the screen I should say, you'll see notifications. You can have that just show a number or do not show, or show the icons. I like seeing the icons, so keep it at that. This is also where you can turn off any of these things. So like if you don't care, if you want to see if NFC is on or if any of these are on, you can basically turn all of these off so that you don't see anything special up here. You could basically make it blank for the most part. Maybe you only want to see your Wi-Fi and that's pretty much it. You can do that. Back under settings, next go into password and security. This is where you can set your lock screen password, turn on Face ID lock, your fingerprint. You can go in there and add another fingerprint if you wish. You can also have privacy password. Go into Face though real quick, and under Face, screen unlock. I'm going to use it for my screen unlock. I can also use it for an app lock if I'm locking apps, or a private safe. I can enter my home screen after unlockings, which I am going to turn that on. So when I turn that on, when it unlocks with my face, it's going to automatically go into my home screen. It's not going to sit at the lock screen so that I don't have to swipe up to go home. So I really love that. Go back under password and security, go to fingerprint now. And the one thing you want to see in here is the same thing. You can go into your fingerprint, you can add more, you can have unlock your screen or your app locks or your private safe. So very, very cool. And also screen off unlock, where it says light touch. Make sure it's set to light touch. Basically, you don't have to press it in. It makes it a lot easier to use the phone when you want to unlock the screen from any place. We were talking about app lock and all that stuff. If you go into privacy under settings, you'll see app lock. You can tap on this, set a password, and you can lock certain apps so kids or your wife or your husband or whoever else can't get into that specific app. It's just like an extra layer of security. You can hide apps if you'd like, and you can also do a private safe. Next, under settings, go to safety and emergency. And this is where you can press the button 5 times in a row to make an emergency call. You can set up emergency contacts by hitting add. You can go into medical info and set your medical info in case getting an injury or something. Emergency call and message. You can do your quick call, so you can set that up, or auto send SMS with location to certain individuals, or auto call emergency services. Also under here, you got emergency earthquake alerts. I would keep those all on. All this stuff, it's going to be very helpful for you. But if you want to turn any of it on or off, this is where you can do it. Under settings and apps, you can do default apps. So if you want to change any of your default apps in here, all you got to do is click on it. So if you're like, you know what, I don't like my my digital assistant app, you can tap on that. And if you had another one downloaded, you can click in here and get it. Another cool one under apps is App Cloner. So basically the way this works is if you have, some apps can be cloned, the cloned app will appear on the home screen and can run at the same time as the original app. So for instance, if you have 2 Instagram apps or 2 Facebook apps, basically some apps will do it. You could have 2 logins for the same app. So it just makes it, you won't really know until you download the app. I believe Facebook does it and Snapchat does it, for instance. So you could have 2 different logins, but have the same app, but it's like separated. It's a cloned app. Split screen. If you tap on this, you can see you can swipe up with 3 fingers to enter the split screen mode. So what that means is if I have Chrome open, for instance, this is one of the apps, and swipe up with 3 fingers, it's going to go into this mode and it allows me to split screen my apps, and I can make this bigger or smaller. I can turn my phone like that. I probably have auto lock on. Let's see, auto rotate was off. So if I turn it like this, it will now have the apps. I can run 2 apps if I want. So it's an easy way to multi-window basically 2 apps on your phone. Go into your system settings, system navigation. I'm using gestures, as you can see. I swipe up to go home. I swipe up and hold to bring up my recent apps, and I can also swipe to the right to go back. So it's a little bit different than maybe what you're used to, but if you like the buttons, you can go into system settings, system navigation, tap on buttons, and it allows you to go to the button format, and you can choose the way you want your buttons. If you like your back button on the right or the left, you can switch that around real easily right there. But again, like I said, I do like on these candy bar slab phones, I like the gestures better on here. And also you can see swipe inward from the left or the right side of the phone, and then hold to switch to the previous app. So it's a different way to switch in from the app. Mistouch prevention, turn that on if it's not already turned on. Still under system settings, you want to go into the next one, which is power button. And when you double press the power button, I would save that to camera. But this one, press and hold the power button. It's probably set to assistant. I would turn it into power button so that when you press and hold this power button, it automatically goes into basically wanting to turn the phone off if you want. Screenshot. So you can do swipe, 3-finger screenshot, which is the easy way to screenshot, or 3-finger touch and hold to take a partial or a scrolling screenshot. Power and volume down will do a screenshot. So there's multiple ways, but again, the quick way is just to swipe down like that and you get a screenshot if you want. Or if you swipe down and hold, we'll go back here. If you just hold 3 fingers, you can see you can get a partial screenshot if you want. And you're like, no, I want a little bit more. And then when you're done, just hit the checkbox and then you get your screenshot. If you want to schedule power on and off, maybe you like your phone to be fresh, you can turn that on and off right here. You can schedule times, turn it on or off right there. If you want to reset your phone, under system settings, you'll see backup and reset. Next, go into your camera, and in your camera, hit the 3 dots in the top right, and you can set timers for photos if you want, or change the aspect ratio. You can go into video, and you can hit the gear in the top right. Shutter sound, turn that off so when you take a photo, it won't make a chee-chee sound on your phone. Watermark should already be turned off, but if it isn't, turn it off right there. And that's all that I have for you today. Let me know what you think about this phone. If you want to pick it up, I'll link it down below. It's a very inexpensive budget phone. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and we'll see you down the road.